Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today, something a little bit different. It's not really going to be a review video as such. I'm just going to be talking a little bit about this keyboard here. Now, this is a keyboard that I sort of threw together the other day, but I'm just going to sort of talk through it, see how the video does, and then if it does all right, the next keyboard that I'm doing is going to be a fully custom build. So like I said, if this video does all right, then I'll probably record me building that keyboard. But yeah, so this keyboard, I was basically bored a couple of weeks ago and didn't want to spend an absolute ton of money on like a really high-end keyboard, so I thought, well, I'll just get a hot swappable board, buy some decent nice sort of keycaps, just change it all myself and have it however I want. So it's not fully custom. This basically is using the base of an Ajaz AK690, but the 690 comes with Chinese switches usually. I got it with Browns, which apparently is something called a Milord or a Milord switch, which I wasn't interested in. I've still got them, obviously. I'll keep them as backups, but they're quite a linear switch. Or you can get this board with a pink switch called a Tao Wu switch. But I thought I'd swap them out, so I picked this base up. This is a 68 key keyboard, and obviously it's got your sort of wheel that controls volume and all that sort of stuff on it. I picked this because I like this size of board, and it's actually not a bad board. It's got some weight to it. It is wired, as you can see by the cable back here, but it's quite a weighty board. There is weight to it, and it doesn't flex overly when you try to, if you were to pick it up and try to bend it, it doesn't flex a lot, so it's quite a solid board. It's plasticky on the bottom, but who cares how often you're going to touch the bottom of your keyboard, really. So the only thing I don't like about this board is it's RGB. It's not got a lot of RGB settings. It's just got some sort of like pre-programmed sort of RGB you can cycle through, which I will show you in a minute when I plug it in. Now, if we come down here to the switches, these are Gateron Milky Yellows. The only reason I took the keycaps off is so you can kind of see the switches. So these are Gateron Milky Yellow Pros. They're pre-lubed switches. I managed to pick up 105 of them on Amazon for like 23 quid. You can also get them in 90s, 70s, depending on the size of your keyboard, whatever you need. So yeah, these are, like I said, the technical name is the Gateron GKS3 Milky Yellow Pro V2s, but that's a mouthful. So they feel slightly better than your normal Milky Yellows. They have an alloy contact process upgrade. Basically improves the resistance to oxidization and vulcanization, therefore like sort of improving the service life of the switches. So these switches take 50 grams of actuation force. They're actually a really nice switch, and Gateron have them as a lifetime cycle of 80 million. Compatible with all like your, basically any keyboard that's 5-pin, they're 5-pin switches. But yeah, these are probably the nicest switches I've ever used. And you can see the bottom of the keycap there, it's that sort of general shape. Just push these back on. So yeah, I went for Gateron Milky Yellows. As you can tell by the sound, they are not a clicky switch. I quite like that sort of thunk noise at the bottom of the button press, or the bottom of the switch press. I quite like them. So yeah, they're Gateron Milky Yellow V2s. And then the keycaps, I wanted like something that you don't really see that often, so I went for this dark transparent. The only downside I will say to this dark transparent, though, that I have noticed is that every now and again you will see like dust obviously gets into your keyboard and you end up seeing it underneath the caps. So that can be a bit of a pain, but it's not too bad when the keyboard's on and it's lit up, which I will do now. I will leave links in the description to where you can pick up sort of all these parts from, like the keycaps, the switches, and the main board. But yeah, I just wanted to do a video sort of showing it off, because obviously I put a short on the channel, some of you may have seen it. But yeah, I put a short on the channel the other day, and there you go, you can see some of the different patterns there, the cycles there. But yeah, I did a short the other day, so I thought I might do a quick video just explaining sort of what it is. Because I can't really do a review video on it calling it the Ajaz AK690, because it's just not their board anymore. Like, it doesn't use their switches, doesn't use their keycaps that come with it. So I can't really do a review video because it'd be a bit unfair. It could be a bit biased because I picked my own switches and everything. But yeah, so let me know in the comments of this video if you want to see me do like a full sort of custom keyboard build, because I have got switches and keycaps and my own sort of main board coming to build my own keyboard. So let me know in the comments down below if you want to see that video. If we get enough people request it, then I will record it. So yeah, that's all really for now, guys. Just wanted to explain what it was, what parts I used. But yeah, for now, guys, take it easy. Catch you all in the next one.